Hello, John Briggs again here. I'd like to continue reading from the introduction to my book of poetry called Prose Kills. These are sections 4, 5, and 6. Let me warn any potential writers who are reading or hearing this. Poetry is dangerous. After my experience in the university library, I walked away from the threshold without crossing over and went back to my ordinary life. Or I tried to. As it turns out, you can go back to your old life, but you can never return to it. The poetic part of you still stands at the threshold asking, should I go in? The rational prose part of you, your ego, answers, if you go in, you will die there. After wrestling with this issue for 47 years, I can finally tell you that if you are a poet, you must enter. It's your destiny. And that your ego is also right. If you enter, you will never come back out. But it's better to die a whole being in a terrifying world than to die a fractured being in a safe one. Part 5. The American heart is full of prose. It is the language America speaks to itself and to others. Let's dam the rivers and build concrete ditches to move water quickly and efficiently to the fields and faucets of America. We'll automate the production of food and crisscross the country with turnpikes and freeways to distribute it. We'll build bigger homes and acres of storage unit to stockpile our stuff against the day of evil. Finally, we will build fences to protect ourselves from the tired, the poor, the huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse from the world's teeming shores, the homeless and the tempest-tossed. And don't think that the church is any different. I see a few unflattering things about the church in the pages of this book, and I don't want you to think they're accidental. The church is as full of prose now as at any time in its history. The Ten Commandments have replaced the parables of Jesus and the Beatitudes. Law and order is valued over love and mercy. At times, the church acts more like the mistress of the skinny world than the bride of Christ. The last thing it needs is flattery. Also, to be a poet in America or in the church is to be a caddisfly in a concrete ditch. You don't have enough debris to build a protective case, and the water is full of hungry fish. In short, you are the prey. Part 6. The following poetry chronicles my journey over the threshold between the skinny and the fat worlds. Some of the poems, like Where Seas Go to Dry, kept me awake at night because of the future they reveal. It took me over a week to commit to paper one of the lines in Rites of Passage, not because I couldn't come up with the words, but because I knew that writing them down meant I would be crossing a line I could not uncross and entering a world from which I could not return. These poems came at a cost, but I would not unwrite them even if I could. Others juxtapose the fat world with the skinny one, while others don't do anything but move the soul in a way the intellect cannot comprehend. Some of these poems trail off without resolving, but that's okay. Not all weapons come to a point.